If this message popped up for you, I have a channeled message from your angels, your ancestors, your spirit guides, God, the divine source. If you're looking for clarity, if you're looking for guidance, feel free to stick around and take a big deep breath in with me. And exhale. So, you may know that this message is for you if you feel like you've been trudging through molasses for a while now, feeling like you've been seeing and noticing patterns within your life and doing whatever you can within your material world to make some serious adjustments and changes, trying new things to get new results, switching up your language, the way that you speak over your life, yet you still find yourself with this Eight of Swords here in a bit of a rut. We have the Eight of Swords and we also have the Hanged Woman and the Ten of Swords reverse. So energetically, you are sitting in the best place that you've been in. Emotionally, you are in the best place that you've been in. It feels like maybe some of you guys have been releasing and really emoting like crazy. You might be crying a lot more. Maybe there are some pieces of content like songs or movies, TV shows that when you consume this content before, maybe like a couple months ago or maybe like a couple years ago, you would watch and consume this content, listen to this content, and you wouldn't really react in any way, shape, or form. But recently you have been like really responding and resonating with these pieces of media, like crying and feeling angry or like just really big feelings for these fictional characters, because you see something within these stories and within this storytelling, 222 on the timer, thank you, that really resonates with you. With this King of Cups reverse, you have been, and some of y'all are really book, like some of y'all are very stoic, or you do your best to act like you don't care. Maybe you kind of lead with like, whatever, man, it is what it is, I don't care, blah, 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 whatever, like, because you know that you have to keep going. You've been doing this long enough, whatever this is, the journey, your job, your in and out of relationships, whatever, you've been doing this for long enough to know that if you sit and dwell on these issues, you're not going to get anywhere. So the key is to just get up and keep going. So sometimes you haven't called out of work and you've been feeling like garbage. Maybe you've been feeling more angry than usual, more frustrated than usual. There have been a lot of people that have presented themselves to you with a mask of some sort, and it's been a major lesson for you to recognize, even if you act like you don't care and like you want everybody to be successful. You want everybody to be successful, and you have so many traits. You've learned how to love yourself enough with this Ace of Cups. You have learned how to love yourself and fill your cup first with self-love, with appreciation, with gratitude for yourself before you give that to other people. So that's kind of a big reason why you were experiencing these individuals that would show up and then just kind of leave you hanging. You were in need of a attitude adjustment, quite frankly. You needed to, and when I say need, like I talk about KNEAD, I don't talk about NEED. My language has been shifting, and I've really been coming up with my own form of language to speak life into my life rather than speak ill over my life. When I think about NEED, need, I think about a longing for, an insistence an insistent wanting, a non-stop wanting for or yearning for something. But when I think of need, K-N-E-A-D, it's like working with, molding, like something that is malleable, needing, working with. So that could be working with your scenarios, working with your money, working, like when I say I need money, I work with my money. I need a job, I work with whatever job I got. My job is healing right now. If it's not a financial opportunity or whatever, you know what I mean? So you have been needing your circumstances, and you needed an understanding that not every single being out here is in the mindset of wanting to save the world or save. I just looked up and saw 555. Look, and the world is here as well. Not everybody is looking out for the good of all, bringing harm to none. There are a lot of individuals that you are experiencing who were in a space where they were unable to think past what they were experiencing, what they were yearning for, what they were wanting in the material for their own fleshly desires, for their own greed, for their own ego, all of that. But you, my love, you have so many plans. And I'm hearing that song from Beauty and the Beast. I want much more than this provincial life. I want adventure in the great wide somewhere. But it must be grand to have someone understand. I want so much more than they've got planned. Some of y'all have been enveloping this bitch, for real. Trying to expand your mind, create and experience new worlds via literacy, via art, via science. Like, there's so much that you yearn for in this life, and you have been needing certain environments in order to do that. So with that being said, here is some intuitive guidance on what you could be doing moving forward in order to continue calling in this material support, because it feels like this collective is just, they've done the inner healing, they've done the inner work, they know what they need to do, they know what is keeping them stuck, you know what's keeping you stuck in your mind, you know exactly, you have this inner knowing. And it is so brilliantly done. Like, you have done such a brilliant job of healing yourself, getting connected to a higher power, to something deeper within you, tuning into your intuition, building up muscle, and allowing your body and words and emotions to take up space in a really big way. So let's dive deeper and see what intuitive guidance that your guides may have for you for your path ahead. So Spirit, let's go ahead and see, what does the collective need to hear right now? What do we need to know? What do we need to hear for our paths ahead? Any advice, any guidance, advice or guidance, advice or guidance? So you got the Three of Cups again. The Three of Cups is here twice, right? So there's a big emphasis on community, on physical beings. You guys, because of this inner healing that has been taking place for quite some time, you may have found yourself in more isolation than usual. You might naturally be a very social person, a very outgoing person, but you've kind of, because of the way that people have treated you and fumbled you and just made you feel weird, very egotistical energies, very selfish, where you have been selfless. It's almost caused you to retract the amount of words and energies that you give to certain environments. But I'm seeing with this Nine of Pentacles and the Emperor, you're good. You're safe. You are safe to expand and take up more space. You are safe to share with others. I just keep hearing like you are safe. You are safe to share your experiences with people. You are safe to go outside. I keep seeing a Beauty and the Beast, because like after Gaston tries to propose to Belle, she like walks outside. She's like, is he gone? He asked me to marry him, that boorish, brainless Madame Gaston. Can't you just see it? Madame Gaston, his little wife. Yeah. No, sir, not me. I guarantee it. Yeah. Yeah, it's safe. It is safe to come outside and play. I'm hearing Come Out and Play by Billie Eilish. You have been yearning for safety, for community, for like-minded individuals, and you have that. You have that whenever you're seeing this message. There are a lot more people around you that are ready, willing, and able to take care of you, to support you. And because of this Emperor and Nine of Pentacles energy, there's a lot of earth sign. Like I already said that y'all are pretty brolic. Y'all are pretty like hard, a rough exterior maybe, but it's merely out of protection. It's this callousness has been created out of protection. I'm seeing a heart, but it's like covered in concrete, but it's starting to like or like a frozen heart, like from Frozen or something. A lot of Disney is coming forward. But your frozen heart, it's not gone. It's just been like in there, you know? With the concrete, I'm seeing it kind of like break off a little bit and like just start to like shed and this, that, and the other. And with the frozen heart, it's starting to melt. You're being called right now to soften your energy, soften. When you are stiff and callous for an ongoing period of time, you can snap. All of these emotions and feelings and suppression. You can snap. Just think of a stick, think of fabrics, think of anything. Like if you apply pressure to a stick, it snaps. But if you have something that's like a rubber band, it can bend. Maybe something like, I'm seeing like flubber, like old early 90s and like 2000s movies might be significant. But like slime or like whatever is malleable. Remember, we're talking about kneading, working with. So you want to create an exterior within your vessel where you can work with the energies around you rather than becoming callous and complacent. You are safe to expand. So now is the time right now. Now is your time to start to seek those like-minded individuals, because they're going to be ready to support you and they're going to be ready to love on you and give you what you need. Give you what you can work with. Four of Wands, 444 is significant. We have 4 on this Emperor here. Any more instructions, Spirit? What other instructions do you have for your collective right now? We got Temperance again, y'all. We got Temperance again. We got our 4th 4. Actually, 4. We got our 3rd 4. So 444 is incredibly significant. We got 2 Temperances, 2 3 of Cups, the Hermit and the Eight of Cups. Like I said, it's time, like the streets are calling. The streets are calling. You guys have been in this period of isolation for so long, and you're being called to remove yourself from isolation. Your light, you've been protecting yourself out of necessity, but Spirit is kind of wanting you to loosen up a little bit, become malleable with your environments. You've been doing your best to build an outer world where you can work with it. I just keep hearing like, we've got to work this out. We'll make things right. The sun will shine. And it will, and it has been. But what about you? This journey is not for the weak. You guys have been in the trenches. You guys have seen a lot of things. Sorry, my foot fell asleep. You guys have seen a lot. You guys have been through a lot. You guys have a ton of experience at this point, and you have a lot of valuable information and an intense, valuable perspective. Like your perspective is insanely valuable. I'm hearing 17. I'm channeling a lot of musicals, like a lot of musical theater and stuff, because I'm channeling like 1717. That was my receipt at a store the other day, 1717. But 17 from Heather's is coming through. Can we be 17? That's all you have to do. If you'll just let me in. So now this is the era of play. This is the era of play. Do y'all remember on Nickelodeon, they would have one day every year where it was like the National Day of Play, and maybe you were inside of the house, at least for me. This is my experience. Let me know if this is y'all's experience too. But I would be in the house and I would be wanting to watch something on TV. There wouldn't be anything on Disney. I would go on Nickelodeon and I would get so frustrated because SpongeBob wasn't on. Hey, it's the National Day of Play. Go outside and have some fun. And that would just be on loop for like 5 hours or something. It was, as a child that thrived on good television, it was so frustrating. But this is the era where all of those things that you didn't indulge in when you were young, you get to indulge in now. Playing outside. Maybe y'all didn't play outside like that, or maybe you did. Nature is calling. Nature is trying to support you. I see so much water here, and just expansion and allowing yourself to be in nature so that you can tune in to what is simply nature about you. Because the reason why you might have been becoming so callous or protective over your energies, not just because of like really weird energies and people that you've been experiencing, but because you didn't know how to decipher what was simply nature about you and what was something cringy and annoying that you may have needed to like change about yourself. The only constant in life is change. So the fact that you were willing to go inward and try to figure that out is such a huge blessing. And many individuals can learn from you the way that you would go in and try to figure out what parts of yourself may have needed an attitude adjustment. 100%, there are some parts of you that have been ridiculed and belittled for so long that is simply natural about you. When we were kids, we would just take up that space. When we were upset, when we would throw a tantrum, we would just let it all out and not even think twice about the people or the repercussions or whatever. It was just how we were feeling at that time. Of course, now that you're a grown up, you have the inner knowledge on what the proper way to handle this as an adult is. But it feels like there have been some things that you guys have loved to do that you stopped doing because somebody thought it was annoying, or you were like, somebody questioned you about it. Like, for example, I used to sing. I sing a whole lot now. I've gotten back into it now. But I used to sing and hum to myself all the time when I was young. And I loved it so much. And to be honest, I think it was a big neurodivergent thing, because I would listen to artists like Rest in Power, Christina Grimmie, Christina Aguilera, Beyonce, Ariana Grande. I would listen to the Jennifer Hudson. Like, I would listen to these artists and I would try to mimic their riffs and runs. Like, oh, hey, yeah, yeah, ooh, ah, whatever the fuck. But I would try to mimic their riffs and runs, and there was something that was just so satisfying to me when practicing these riffs and these runs, and then getting it, and then being able to shift it into my own version that my voice could do. Because it's not direct mimicry, it's like imitation, but I add my own little flavor to it. And I would do this all the time, but there were some influences in my life that would get on me and get really annoyed and be like, well, why, like, will you just shut up? Like, well, why do you sing so much? Why do you do this? Why do you do that? Like, and it made me so self-conscious. So this is the era where you need to just take up that space, my love. Your advice from your angels and your spirit guides is to take up space. When's the last time that you went like this? Or like this? Or like this? Like, literally, when's the last time that you, even wherever you are at right now watching this video, just go like this? How does it make you feel? Is it uncomfortable? Does it feel good? Is it giving you a sense of relief? Get comfortable taking up space, because look at this hermit. That star, that bright light, it can't stay inside forever. It can't. You are destined for big things. And I'm gonna look directly into the camera when I say this. You are destined for big things. I keep channeling royalty and all of this really regal energy. That is because there is something within you that has this deep inner knowing that you are meant and built for and destined for something greater. It's prophetic. You're not staying in this place for much longer. 999 is coming through as well. So let's go ahead and see any last words for this beautiful collective moving forward. Any last words? Any signs that we can pay attention to? 9s and 4s and 3s are going to be really significant. I'm even hearing that number from the Soulja Boy song. 678 999 8212. You know that I miss you. I want to get with you. We have the Page of Pentacles and it came out sideways. So keep learning, keep expanding your mind, keep expanding your heart, keep expanding what you currently know. The King of Pentacles reverse. Release any forms of ego that might be keeping you from receiving. This money, this materialized blessing, all of this is supposed to be coming to you. And the Four of Wands really wanted to come forward, and look, the Star. You're being pushed. You're being pushed onto a bigger platform. You're being propelled into a bigger space. But it is so vital for you to loosen your grip and not get so caught up on this callous world. Not get so caught up on this material life. What abundance is a frequency. You may think that you wanted all of these material things like a Lamborghini or a Bugatti or like this high paying job. Well, guess what? You might have it, but it may not even be what you wanted, like what you genuinely wanted it. What you actually wanted, what your heart wanted. It might be what your brain thought you wanted, but you've been sitting so long in your human brain that your heart has kind of gotten disconnected. I'm hearing like, we're sorry, the number you have called has been disconnected. The end of telephone, please hang up the phone or try again or something like that. And I'm also hearing Brain and Heart by Melanie Martinez. When did humans start to separate brain and heart as if they could stay alive alone? Flip it around the other way. How can you start to allow your brain and your heart to work in tandem with each other? Because that is going to be the way that you crack the code. The way that you crack the code. Because this material abundance, I'm telling you, is destined. Destined. The Nine of Wands at the bottom of the deck, the wounded warrior. Take some time, if you need to, in nature and decipher what is simply natural about you. Everything comes naturally when you're with me, baby. Like, and honestly, click shuffle on your playlist and listen to the songs, no matter if it's a love song, a song about money, a song about shaking your ass at the club, and listen to your songs that you've been listening to for so long as if Source, God, your ancestors, whoever is speaking to you. Imagine if God was speaking to you with the lyrics of Naturally. You have a way of moving me. It's intuitive nature. Your energy, it comes naturally. You know it does. And it takes my breath away. You are the thunder and I am the lightning. And I love the way you know who you are. And to me, it's exciting. Like, are you kidding? When you know it's meant to be, everything comes naturally when you're with me. Can I get an amen? Right. Angel, I really pray and hope that this reached you exactly when you need to hear it. Let me know if this resonated with you. Personal readings are available on my website, and I will see you in your next message. Stay cosmic.